The Desert Botanical Garden is a magical place any time of the week. But here at night during the holidays, it is alive with lights.
You know, it's great because the garden is so different at nighttime compared to the day. So we have a lot of our regular guests that come through and they're excited about the plants, but then they come to Luminaria for the first time at night and they just can't believe it's the same place. The Luminaria is a Southwest tradition, and when the garden decided we wanted to celebrate that tradition, we put it together and we started with actually paper bags and putting in and hand lighting everything. And then as we've moved on and we've grown, we decided we needed to do something a little different. So we put our plastic bags out, but everything is still hand lit. And it's just one of those things that represents the Southwest and who we are, and it's really for the community to celebrate.
8,000 hand-lit luminarias create a soft, warm glow around this 140 acres of Sonoran Desert. So I just want to say, Viva las noches de las luminarias.
It's one of our biggest events of the year, and it's one of our most favorite. We host about 3,000 people every night. So I love walking past our visitors and our guests, and they just go, I can't believe this is the same place. This is just amazing. How do they do this? This is wonderful. We need to come back.
It's an experience that can only be described as
magical. It's one of those things that you actually have to experience and actually walk through and be immersed in it, because it's hard to describe. You can say, yeah, we light 8,000 luminaria bags and we put them along the trails, but to actually be here and to hear the music and to have the atmosphere, you would need to actually be here and walk through it. It's absolutely magical.
Merry Christmas!
welcome to Arizona's Christmas City. This may be the Prescott you've come to know and love. Neon signs and bars within stumbling distance of one another along the famed Whiskey Row, with a long-ago reputation for drunken brawls and houses of ill repute.
This bar was carried out in the 1900 fire across the street and set back up, and they drank all night and watched the town burn to the ground.
While Prescott may have a long history of toasting, it also has a long tradition of hosting.
Part of that is obviously, the courthouse lighting and what we're looking at today, but there are many other events that take place, and I think the governor's office recognized that and gave us a proclamation to prove it.
Okay, here it is, proof, the official proclamation naming Prescott Arizona's Christmas City.
And it's not a designation the folks of Prescott take lightly.
Our residents turn out, and they turn out regardless of the weather, and they turn out literally in the thousands. So they're very proud of that designation, and we celebrate it.
This is the 61st annual courthouse lighting, where the Yavapai County Courthouse behind me and more than 100 trees come alive with the spirit of Christmas.
We always have thousands of people that are out the night that we light up the Christmas lights and have the opening ceremony. We also have 2 parades. Literally, you cannot walk around downtown. I think half the city is here, plus visitors from out of town.
But the celebrations don't end at Christmas.
7, 6,
Oh no, they carry over into the new year.
2, 1,
A few years ago, we started what we call the boot drop, and so we wanted something that was indicative of Prescott's Western heritage. And so what better than a 6-foot-tall lighted booth that comes down on Whiskey Road.
Traditions full of holiday cheer and a wink at the past.
We're actually on the Sunrise Ski Resort Apache Reservation.
No skiers on this powder, though.
We have to groom these trails in order for the horses to be able to pull a sleigh.
As Bill Mayfield will tell you, this snowy scene is all about the breathtaking sights and tranquility.
This is the quietest place you've ever been in your life. You come out here alone and you hear nothing.
Wonder how many people would think this was Arizona.
The biggest reaction we see, they're just in awe. I've had people say I've lived in Arizona all my life. I didn't know there was anything like the White Mountains up here.
Hard to believe this is Arizona. And the temperature of this day? about 8 degrees.
Today is as ideal as you get. We've had cold weather and good snow. It's a lot of fun. I've been driving for teams since I was a little kid, my last 50 years. That is Bud. He's a tremendous horse. This black mare on this side we call her Belle. She's a purebred Persian. She's wonderful.
Bill and Bud really make a good team.
This is a very nice team together.
For Bill, putting that teamwork together with this scenery, that's what this is all about.
It's just really nice to be able to take families and being on a sleigh, you know, we can take babies, we can take older people, we can take people that couldn't ride a horse, that had no way of getting back here. And they can be able to come back in this wilderness and see what's really back here. I love the kids that come up here, and especially the little ones. They get such a thrill out of riding on this. A little 4-year-old girl got on the sleigh and we went to leave the yard, and she had her eyes shut, and I turned around and she went to her dad and she said, "Are we up yet? Are we up yet?" She thought this was like Santa Claus's. She's honest, it was so dang cute I could have hugged her.
No flying reindeer on this sleigh, but the woods are home to other creatures.
I saw some elk on the way in this morning.
We see bobcats, mountain lion. Of course, this time of year you don't see the bear, they're all hibernated.
While some may miss the majestic moments, Bill is eager to share a side of Arizona few have had a chance to experience.
You're going to see something that you won't see anywhere else. Back here in the backcountry, and a way of getting there, it's beautiful.
And that's one ride this cowboy will never get tired of taking.
Latkes, or potato pancakes, are a traditional Hanukkah dish, but can be served year-round. Watching my grandma make them is still one of my fondest holiday memories. Now, I may have grown up in the Bronx, but there is a New York-style deli in Phoenix that makes a pretty mean latke that I even think that my new me would have approved.
Hi, I'm Josh from Miracle Mile Deli. Today we're making potato pancakes. It's a really simple process, and there's only a few ingredients, so let's roll this. So we're going to start with some shredded potatoes here, and then we're going to add just a few ingredients. So first of all, we're going to start off with a little bit of pepper. We're just going to sprinkle that on, and then we're going to take a little bit of salt, sprinkle that in as well, and then a little bit of granulated garlic. Give it a little bit of flavor. Don't do too much, don't go too heavy on it, but you want to give it enough to give it that extra bite. Then we're going to take some chopped white onion. Don't do red, but just do the white onion and stick with that, because that's going to give you a really good solid flavor profile without even going too heavy over it. Next we're going to do 2 cracked eggs. So we're going to take those. This is going to make a small batch of about 6 potato pancakes. Obviously you can deviate the recipe. And then we're going to take some flour and throw that whole in. And we're going to mix this all together. And this is a fun activity to get the kids involved with too, because you can get your hands messy. But it's a really cool activity to really get the whole family involved in during the time of year when everybody's supposed to be spending time together and enjoying each other's company. So after this, once we're going to mix all these ingredients together, then we're going over to the flat top grill. We're going to put this on the 400-degree griddle. After they left the griddle, and we're going to set them in the deep fryer here for a couple minutes, and then when they start floating, that's when you know that they're pretty much done. And perfect. Nice golden brown, very crispy, and ready to be devoured. Got potato pancakes here for you guys. All right, got some applesauce and sour cream if you need it. Wonderful. Enjoy.
It's usually one or the other, but why not mix them all together?
Perfect.
Hey, are you gonna eat it all or gonna give me some?
Happy Hanukkah, Arizona.
Good stuff.
Arizona Highways TV is brought to you by APS, making every day brighter, and the Arizona Office of Tourism.
Every day, safe, prepared, informed. Every day, safety is our top priority. We consistently make updates to our electrical system to keep our crews and customers safe around electricity. Remember, put safety covers on wall outlets. Call 811 before you dig to have the location of underground wires marked. And always stay at least 100 feet away from downed power lines. For more ways to stay safe around electricity, visit aps.com/brighter.
Subscribe to Arizona Highways Magazine. One full year, 12 issues, is just $18. That's $6 less than the regular price. Visit arizonahighways.com, click on subscribe, and use promo code SPECIAL.
If you have an addiction to sweets,
Anything with chocolate in it. A block of deliciousness. That's the way I like to put it.
I'm addicted to chocolate. That's what drew me in.
then the Florence Fudge Shop and Cafe is your local fudge dealer.
My favorite is orange creamsicle because I think that's what it's called, orange cream or orange creamsicle. Because it does, it tastes like an orange creamsicle pop.
They're all best sellers.
Some days it could be the good old peanut butter chocolate to Snickers to butter pecan. I'm actually a maple walnut. I love the smell of maple walnut, it's so good. The Rocky Road, I have people request that one all the time. The chewy praline, just because it's the vanilla with the caramel on it. It's so good, and the pecans in there. You just can't go wrong with any of them, they're good.
Corey Eckenberger owns and runs the Florence Fudge Shop and Cafe on Main Street.
The fudge is made with tons of love and a little bit of ennui.
And she is as much a draw as her food.
That crazy energy, that laugh.
I think everybody should come down here just to meet Corey.
We first met Corey a few seasons back when she was an employee. It was started by her church as an outreach program. Corey has since bought the place and expanded the menu with her fresh take on homemade soup, salads, and sandwiches.
We're small but mighty.
The Fudge Shop was originally the Florence Hotel and the largest in the region. It was built in 1876, nearly 40 years before Arizona became a state. And if you want to get a table, you better get here early.
It's always packed. Whenever you're in line, sometimes you'll be standing outside and you won't be able to find a spot to sit in here.
So they're nonstop busy. And a lot of people in this community, we want to stay local. So we make that concerted effort to come down and eat local.
I can't change their oil, but I can fill them up.
With love and town pride.
This is our fudge shop, like our town's fudge shop. That's freaking cool.
So we're here at Prescott Valley, and this is their Valley of the Lights.
For 16 years now, the city of Prescott Valley has transformed Fane Park into a holiday lights spectacular.
It's really exciting. It's our premier holiday destination.
It seems like millions of lights dazzling in every direction.
7 years ago when I started this, I got to 1 million and I stopped counting. So I don't know how many lights there are. There is a lot though.
It's Candy Cane Land.
Jeff Schaefer is the official master of lights. And like Santa's elves, he builds and tinkers nearly all year.
About in March, we start figuring out what kind of new display we want to build.
This is really spectacular. I've never seen anything like this before.
In September, we unload everything and we start from September until basically Thanksgiving, that everything has to be up and running.
And it's truly a mixed bag of holiday themes and sentiments.
Now this is a perfect light parade for Arizona. It's a Wild West town. The Wells Fargo wagon, the saloon, the mercantile shop, and we got some cowboys. Oh look, they even got the Peanuts. A Peanuts Christmas, a Charlie Brown Christmas, one of my favorite holiday shows. And there's Snoopy, the Red Baron. So they came up with all these great themes. They celebrate Hanukkah and other holidays and light everything up in colors and white, and they've got tunnels, and it's just so people can kind of get into the spirit.
Almost 1,000 cars a night drove through here Thanksgiving weekend. That's nearly one car every 15 seconds.
That is a lot of cars driving through the 1 mile drive. And it is only just a drive. You don't walk through it, you see it from the beauty and warmth of your own car.
You know what's so nice about something like this is it forces you to just kind of slow down and enjoy. What a great way to celebrate the holidays with your family.
And we have a lot of people that go through over and over and over again because they didn't see it all the first time through.
Hello. Hello, Merry Christmas. We're gonna make another loop.
Oh,
okay.
Thanks.
It's a labor of love. I mean, you have to really enjoy the Christmas season.
It's a community, it's a family, and something we're all proud of.
Arizona Highways TV is brought to you by APS, making every day brighter, and the Arizona Office of Tourism.
Did you know that 1 in 7 military families face food insecurity? Military Assistance Mission provides financial and morale support to Arizona service members, their families, and wounded heroes. Every donation helps those fighting for us to focus on their mission and not their finances. You can help by donating to MAM for a $1 for $1 state tax credit. Military Assistance Mission, a helping hand for those who serve. Please donate today.
If you've ever wanted to visit the North Pole, all you have to do is board a train in Clarkdale and let the magic of Christmas do the rest. The Verde Canyon Railroad Depot is transformed and completely decked out in holiday spirit. When you arrive, you're greeted by Flurry, a live bald eagle. Kids can strap on a pair of eagle wings and then soar through the mini Christmas village.
I'm always on the internet looking for like different Christmas things to do and stuff like that. So when I saw this, we knew that we had to come up and check it out.
It's now all aboard for a magical Christmas journey. After pulling away from the depot, you soon enter a mystical tunnel that'll take you onto Santa's private tracks. Canyon critters light the rest of the way. And before you know it, Santa and Mrs. Claus and the elves are welcoming you to the North Pole. It is everything you would expect: the polar post office, where Santa picks up your letters, Rudolph himself in the reindeer flight school, a sugar and spice cafe, Santa's workshop, and the ugly sweater factory.
So much fun. We had so much fun. We got whistles and we got to see Santa.
We came all the way up here from Phoenix just to take this experience in. It was well worth it.
Yeah,
well worth it.
totally
We'd
worth
totally
it.
do it again.
Yeah.
The 1-hour round trip runs twice a night, Thursdays through Sundays until the end of December. And every child, young or old, agrees. The best part of the journey?
The North Pole. The North Pole.
Tiffany's may be known for its diamonds, but these glass cases are filled with gems you can eat. Welcome to Tiffy's Desserts in Scottsdale. Everything. There are cupcakes, cookies, ice cream, even bonbons.
A bonbon is a confection dipped in a thin layer of chocolate.
Are all handmade.
Bonbons are made from scratch. That's what I'm known for. Make them from scratch. They're hand rolled, hand dipped. It's kind of like a labor of love.
With a lot of elbow grease.
I make the caramel from scratch, from sugars and other things I won't tell you. But yeah, it takes 40 minutes of stirring to get it to a certain temperature, a certain thickness, so it won't be too chewy or too runny, too gooey.
Brian Splittorff and his wife Tiffany are lifelong bakers.
My wife is always known for her bundt cakes, especially the cinnamon bundt cake. It's to die for.
It's a recipe down from my grandma. She used to make them. And so that is a cake that I've made for years that I've never had anybody say, I don't like that.
I was a sugar fiend all my life, kind of still am, not as much. I'm a little bit more grown up. But as a child, if we didn't have candy in the house, I had my mom teach me how to bake. Bonbons, brownies, cookies. She thought it was cute. Like, oh, he's cute, he wants to learn how to bake. No, I just want to learn how to make candy.
My mom and I did a lot of different wedding cakes and different stuff together, and everyone always said, you guys need to open a bake shop.
It was a sweet dream they knew was going to take a lot of dough. However, they decided to go for it if they could get enough orders to pay for all the startup costs. Now they are enjoying the sweet smell of success. And it all started with a sweet love story.
Actually, our parents were best friends before we were born. They were in a Sunday school enrichment class together, and I wasn't born yet. My mom was pregnant with me. Brian was already born, and so that's how we met. We kind of grew up together.
So when we were little kids, we told our parents that we were going to get married, kind of thought it'd be funny and that kind of stuff, and that went away, and then kind of met up after high school and stuff like that, and so it turned around and we actually got married. So we've known each other all of our lives.
Now, it's a family affair.
My oldest, Parker, he is our main cake decorator. He can decorate cakes better than me. I didn't even know he could do it until we bought this place. Then I have Cole, who works in the front and helps with customer service.
2 of their sons, a mother-in-law, a sister-in-law, and a nephew all pitch in. Brian and Tiffany need the help. Aside from bonbons and bun cakes, they make their own ice cream and have more than 150 flavors of cupcakes.
With our cupcakes, we have 15 flavors out every day, and we also have a flavor of the day. But we do have Wedding Cake Wednesday, so it's always wedding cake on Wednesday. It's always a special flavor every Wednesday of the year. So my favorite thing here is actually my wife's bun cakes. They're the cinnamon bun cake. It's to die for.
I love people. I love being able to take a cake out there and someone being really happy that, what they see, and that just makes me want to do it more because we love to please people.
And that's the frosting on top. Arizona Highways TV is brought to you by APS, making every day brighter, and the Arizona Office of Tourism.
Every day, safe, prepared, informed. Every day, safety is our top priority. We consistently make updates to our electrical system to keep our crews and customers safe around electricity. Remember, put safety covers on wall outlets. Call 811 before you dig to have the location of underground wires marked. And always stay at least 100 feet away from downed power lines. For more ways to stay safe around electricity, visit aps.com/brighter.
Subscribe to Arizona Highways Magazine. 1 full year, 12 issues, is just $18. That's $6 less than the regular price. Visit arizonahighways.com, click on subscribe, and use promo code SPECIAL.
We have so much terrain. At 777 acres in the resort, you can be a downhill skier on groomed trails. You can be a snowboarder hucking down the same trail. You can tuck into the trees as a skier or a snowboarder. You could be on the learning mountain, falling all over the place. There's just such a vibrant, diverse group of guests here at Arizona Snowbowl.
And the runs are steep and narrow and very challenging for any skier ability.
The parking lot at Arizona Snowbowl is over 9,000 feet above sea level. The topmost point of the ski area, 11,500 feet.
So it's amazing to be out here. The elevation is a little bit strenuous, I could say. I don't get too far without huffing and puffing.
Yeah, this is a challenging little place.
We're wearing people out. We have the Grand Canyon Express, which is Arizona's first high-speed 6-pack chairlift. And, what that means is it takes you up 6 minutes to 10,900 feet at midway. And you're getting a lot more runs in, a lot more bang for your buck. So if you're a day tripper or a season pass holder, an athlete training for skimo, whatnot, whatever.
We're very fortunate in how accessible a lot of this stuff is.
I almost have no need to go on a plane anywhere else. This gets powder, you have all kinds of terrain, you have parks, you have anywhere in between the woods, trails. It still is like an Arizona-only kind of thing.